Doing a quick check of the crypto action right now, we are seeing continued pressure here. This trickling over from the fallout of the FTX collapse. Looking at Bitcoin right now, it has now dipped below that $16,000 handle. It is down about 3% on the day, and we're also seeing Ethereum down about 5%. Well, lawyers for crypto exchange FTX released a list of their 50 largest creditors on Sunday. The amount of money owed by the bankrupt firm to these creditors totals more than $3 billion. Here to tell us more is Yahoo Finance crypto reporter David Hollerith, who's been following this for us. And David, it's not just about the creditors now. Now we have an idea of what the new CEO wants to do with all the assets for FTX.
Right, Akiko. And this creditor list that we have, it also doubles as the largest customers for FTX. All of these creditors were listed as customers. So like their losses range anywhere from 21 million to 226 million. And then there are a few key parts of this information that we don't have. For instance, the list of creditors, all the names have been redacted, so we don't know who these customers were. As you pointed out, it totals $3 billion for these top 50 customers. But we don't, without having more information, it's hard to piece together what this means in terms of other firms that might be impacted. Interestingly, before this document came out, we had been tracking the number of crypto firms who had revealed public exposure to FTX, and only about 5 of the companies that we tracked make it onto this list. Which means, if you take a rough estimate of all the public companies that have reported exposure, we're looking at something like 32 other companies that had FTX exposure, and 10 of which are above $100 million each, that haven't really publicly disclosed what's happened to them. So we're kind of looking at potentially more contagion.
Meanwhile, David, we've got what is called the first day hearing for FTX. FTX essentially going before a bankruptcy court judge tomorrow. What can we expect to learn more then?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of basic bankruptcy rumblings at the beginning, like the organized creditors assembling sort of, and FTX under bankruptcy needs to sort of get approval to pay the lawyers and continue to operate the business. But 2 of the major details that hopefully will be addressed to some extent tomorrow are, first, this dispute between the U.S. and the Bahamas over jurisdiction for one part of FTX's enterprise, which is called FTX Digital Markets. This would not be so important except for the fact that Sam Bankman-Fried has sort of come out as being in support of the Bahamian side. And FTX lawyers have also come out in response to that, alleging that Bankman-Fried might be trying to expand the scope of this one part of FTX as a way to move assets out of the U.S. bankruptcy court's jurisdiction. So that's something that's pretty important to watch.
Okay, something we'll keep on our calendar for tomorrow. David Hollerith, thanks so much for that.